Good evening and welcome to Moggy by Moonlight. Hopefully this will be a successful drive and video this evening. If you've watched the previous video, my first video, you'll know that we had some issues with the SD cards were incorrect, but I'm not getting that error message today on both cameras, so hopefully we're all good and we won't have any problems. It's Thursday the 8th of May, VE Day, very important day, and as such I felt it would be a good idea to drive into London, initially go to Houses of Parliament, see Big Ben lit up hopefully, and then perhaps Buckingham Palace, and then we'll see where we go from there. See how tired I am. The time is just gone 11:30, 11:36, and I am on the A40 heading into London. We've just passed the M25. We're around about the Uxbridge junction, so yeah, let's see how we get on. The Uxbridge, Harefield, Ruislip, Ickenham, B467 junction that we're just passing now, entering the ULEZ zone, ultra low emission zone, and of course, as my vehicle is 54 years old, it's exempt from the ultra low emission zone. Make that make sense. Check you're still recording. Yeah, the camera is the right way up. Good. We're just passing the Northolt junction, A312. I used to work in Northolt years and years ago. junction. Turn off Paraval just here, which I also used to work there years ago, and we're going to pass the Hoover building in a minute. That's the Hoover building on the left. So we're coming up to the Hanger Lane underpass, which is the big junction with the North Circular A406, and we're going to keep going on the A40 into central London. That's the big junction up above, Hanger Lane. We're going to go underneath it, underneath Park Royal area anyway. Let's get some brass band equipment going. Beautiful. A lovely day weather-wise today, and it's a pleasant evening. So Acton is off to our right. people giving us a thumbs up, taking photos. Now, I'm tempted to come off here and go along the river, because I reckon some of the bridges will be lit up for VE Day. So let's do it. Let's do it. Been a long time since I've been this way. Actually, I've come off the wrong one, so I might carry on. Yes, the next one I wanted. Into White City. Straight on towards the river and ultimately Westminster, so we can see Big Ben, or the Elizabeth Tower as it is actually called. Oh, 20 miles an hour here, which is wonderful. while since I've driven around here. I used to be driving around the city every day for work. Man, in the 90s, the late 90s, well, all through the 90s, I worked as a international removal man, export packer. But one of the companies I worked for was Cadogan Tate, and they were predominantly dealt with fine art. And when I worked for them, my job was to drive around all the auction houses in London, Sotheby's, Bonhams, blah blah blah, and pick up what people had brought all around the world, and then take it back to the depot, which was at Scrubs Lane, or Hythe Road actually, Hythe Road, near Scrubs Lane, and then it would be packed for shipping. But yeah, so I used to drive around these roads every day in the rush hour at all times, and we never had 20-mile-an-hour speed limits then. All these roads were 30. Earls Court Station on our right. far from the river now, River Thames. Miles an hour speed limits. Not sure why they couldn't at least revert the speed limits back to 30 after a certain time at night, because as you can see it's fairly clear. Yeah, 20 seems a bit low really. Times of the day. Round this bend down there is the Thames. That's it. The River Thames on our right. There's the river barges, houseboats people live on. The bridge there, all lit up. Very nice. That's the Khan garage. Some special motors in there, I should think. A lot of Land Rovers and 4x4s. Going all the way along the Thames now, all the way up to Westminster. Isn't it beautiful? Power station on the right. Yeah, Battersea Power Station off to our right. now in the congestion charge zone. So you have ULEZ, LES, ultra low emission zone, low emission zone, and you have congestion charge. But at night, the congestion charge doesn't apply, is my understanding. So again, we don't need to worry about that. Over to the right, that looks like the Shard lit up in red, white and blue for VE Day, and this bridge is nicely lit up in red. So we're just coming up to Parliament Square, probably down there roughly where them blue lights are flashing, I should think. So we're currently on Birdcage Walk. I didn't look like Big Ben was lit up. I didn't see it. How can you miss it? Oh dear. I thought Buckingham Palace was lit up as well, but I don't think it is, sadly. Plenty of traffic there though. There's the London Eye. Off to the right, lit up in red, white and blue. I didn't see the palace lit up either, so this is a bit of a disaster. Oh well. Now, shall we go past Harrods? Let's go past Harrods. coming into Kensington, and we should have Harrods on the left. Yeah. Fucking dickheads out here. I'm tempted to turn round. Yeah. Tempted to turn round and go up Park Lane out to the Edgware Road and go back the way we came and go up Park Lane. So I'm heading back through Knightsbridge to Park Lane, and then we'll drive up the Edgware Road and pick up the A40 towards home. It's been a nice little jaunt tonight. I haven't quite seen what I wanted to see, but maybe I'll see it on the camera. Maybe I weren't concentrating enough. Hopefully you'll enjoy the footage anyway. What it's all about is getting out in the old girl in London at night, filming. Now what's the time? It's 12:30. So it's now Friday the 9th of May officially. That taxi in front, that's 2 red lights he's driven through. Okay, so we've just pulled over in Knightsbridge. Just changed the battery in the camera. Have a little bit to drink. Let's see if she'll start. Of course she will. Let's go. Park Lane's not far, it's just round the corner. Are these lights going to change to let me out? Or have I got to go through it? Because this is a little dead end, Albert Gate, SW1. Little dead endy road. Well, it's a dead end tonight because the gates are shut, but yeah, is it gonna change or not? I've got a feeling it's not. Ah, there we go. Wonderful. La 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 la. Okay, so we're gonna go towards the A40 on Park Lane. Still 20 miles an hour. So this is Park Lane. Yeah, I'll switch you to the outside camera. Leaving Park Lane and now hitting the Edgware Road. Lots of shisha bars here. Well, there used to be. Been a while. Switching back to the outside. It's like 20 to 1 in the morning, still busy, still flying the flag. busy on Edgware Road at 1:45 in the morning. People smoking their shisha pipes. Jump on the A40 to head home now. Bishop's Bridge Road, W2. Turning on to Westbourne Terrace, W2. Ah, I was supposed to go left there. Bollocks. Ah. Haha. Now we're on the old Harrow Road, I know that. I have to go round again. Can. on the A40. I want to get on the elevated section here. Yeah, down here we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We'll be alright. Back onto the A40. So we're just about to rejoin the A40 towards home, as long as I get it right. We should be on the elevated section, and you may see Grenfell Tower. We're on the elevated section of the A40 heading back home. Grenfell Tower should be around here somewhere, although it's covered up. It's on the left, if I remember rightly. that's it in front of us. So Ladbroke Grove is on the left. That's the tower, I'm sure, in front, with the heart on the roof. I'll switch it back outside. Just coming up to it now on the left. That's it on the left. Absolute tragedy that was. So many people died. Absolutely awful to witness that. I remember it being on the TV at the time, and the amount of people that died in there, so unnecessary, because of cladding that was flammable attached to the outside of the building. It's just disgustingly awful, tragic, sad beyond belief. It's been left as a memorial since then. I think it was 2000, possibly 2017 or 16. I can't remember now. But I have heard recently that they will be destroying the tower, knocking it down, and I hope if they do that, that they build a memorial on its footprint. Yeah, we'll see. So we're just coming out, we're running alongside, adjacent to Shepherd's Bush stroke, coming into the Vale, Acton. So the Uxbridge Road runs parallel with this road, the A40. And the Uxbridge Road is the road that I drove from Uxbridge to Piccadilly Circus. That was my first film that I put on YouTube, but went totally wrong because it didn't film most of it. So I will redo that journey. Just tonight I thought I'd do the journey we've done in the hope that we saw Big Ben or the Elizabeth Tower and Buckingham Palace lit up in red, white and blue, but I don't think Big Ben was lit up. I'll have to re-watch the footage, and I didn't see Buckingham Palace lit up, so that was a bit of a disaster. But we did see the Shard lit up, and we did see the London Eye lit up, which was nice. Yeah. the left. pull into this petrol garage because I've just noticed my near side headlight has stopped working. I think it just needs a tap. I've still not got round to removing it and cleaning the connections properly since the last time, but let's get that sorted. So I had to stop for a quick pack cash. Let's see if we can get the light working.
Definitely, yeah. I'll leave a few lights. I will do, yeah, I will do, mate. Good luck.
Ta-ra, mate.
God bless. Cheers.
And you. Awakening camera. Awakening camera. Now Bill just walked out. Oh, camera disconnected. Ah, well. Get home. Oh, come on now. Right, let's get home. Should be home in about 15 minutes. Couldn't get the bulb working on the headlight, so I'm gonna have to take that off tomorrow and clean it up and get it sorted properly. And the outside camera, awakening camera, not having none of it. What's happened is where I've just left, where I just went to use the toilet in the services, camera is disconnected from the remote. I should have reconnected it properly, but it's not, so we'll leave that. This car runs so well, so happy with it at the moment. I need to adjust the timing because although it seems to run fine and keeps up with speed limits and all the rest of it, the minute I hit an incline, a hill, it just wants to go backwards. So I think the timing must be out slightly. It's had a new timing chain and new cogs, so that's all good. I just think since that's been done, perhaps the timing wasn't set up correctly, and therefore, I mean, it's a 1098 Moggy 1000, 1098cc, and I don't think it should slow down as much as it does when it sees a hill. I mean, plus this particular vehicle's got fiberglass wings all round, so slightly lighter, I should think, than standard. And it's a late car. I mean, she'll do a comfortable 55-60 all day long, but as soon as you, if I'm on the country lanes and I go up a hill, I've got to drop it to second gear. I don't think that's normal. I've got nothing to compare it to really, but anyway, I've got a timing light, so that's another job for me to do. Might have a go at that someday. So yeah, we're coming out of London, obviously. It's Greater London Marine, I guess you'd say. Now, well, shall I leave it running? Do you still? Yeah, I guess you guys still like to see and hear the old girl run, so we'll keep going. Just passing the A312 again, the Heathrow Junction, Hayes, Southall, Northolt. 40 miles an hour. I've got no wandering. Wheels and tyres are the best upgrade I've done to this little car. That and replacing all the drum brakes, front and rear, kept it all original as such, and they work fine. Obviously with this car you can slow down a lot just by decelerating, so as long as you drive anticipating the road ahead, I find drum brakes are fine. And the way I see it, it's had drum brakes when it was new 54 years ago, and it ain't broke, so why change it? I know a lot of people go to 50 miles an hour. A lot of people go to disc brakes on the front, but I accept that's a really good modification, I suppose, but it's just not necessary. So it's quite an expensive modification. I mean, if I was to upgrade the engine to something more powerful, I could see the benefit, but I don't see the benefit of changing for a more powerful engine. It starts to take away the character of the car. Look at it. Doing 51 miles an hour. It says 55 on the gauge, but GPS is telling me 51. She's happy. I could go faster if I wanted, but what's the point? Quite happy. Gets me where I need to go, and there's a big smile on my face. Piece of foam sponge, 3 inches thick, 18 inch by 18 inch, and I found it absolutely perfect. I just shaped the front corners of the seat, of the sponge, and then replaced the old stuff for that, put the diaphragm in, and it's really comfortable. I think what we'll do, we'll come off here the next junction and we'll go the back road home. steep, this one's. So I wonder if I can get all this film stitched together, suss out how to do the 360 camera footage, how to edit it so that you see what I want you to see. It's all a learning curve still. Can't be that hard, surely. We'll see. Inside camera's working perfectly. It's not stop recording. Obviously we're on the second battery of the evening for that camera. As the first battery went flat when we arrived in Knightsbridge. Great little car, this. Absolutely love it. So I'm coming up to Gerrard's Cross. So I've had to pull over and change the battery for the second time to battery number 3. Didn't realise it must have just run out in the last 5 minutes. Practically home now, but I wanted to get the last bit of the journey recorded so I can say goodnight properly. Well, it's good to know that the 3 batteries I've got is sufficient for one evening's recording. I've been out for around about 3 hours, I think. So this is going to be a long video. Roads around here are terrible. Here we go. Just wants to go backwards. Yeah, my house is just up here. So, if you've enjoyed the video, please give me a like, and if you're not subscribed, give us a subscribe please, if you can, to the YouTube channel. All that good stuff, and yeah, I'll see you on the next journey. So until then, enjoy the music that's going to come up, and I'll bid you farewell to the next time. Thanks for watching. Ta-da, see you soon, and be lucky.
I just love this little car. My first car was a beauty, a certified true cutie. But that rusted bucket of rattling bolts didn't take me far. While others wanted Chevys or Chryslers with big Hemis, I drove a Morris Minor, my British motor car. I'd rather found a Triumph or a sleek green Jaguar. An MG or a Lotus would be a better car by far. The British build great castles and bridges that fall down. They're known for bands that write huge hits and tour from town to town. But their cars, they coil like crazy, and the brakes don't work that well. The floors rust through, the doors askew, but those cars are cute as well. I hitchhiked to California, cause my car had long since died. I met a girl who stole my heart, and I wanna tell you why. She was intelligent and beautiful, everything that I dreamed of. But I couldn't pop the question, even though this sure was love. You know, you only have one very first car unless you buy 2 at a time. But cars aren't usually bought in pairs unless it breaks down just like mine. If your car's a Morris Minor, 2's better than 1. When I found that girl drove a Morris car, I knew my bachelor days were done. I'd rather found a Triumph or a sleek green Jaguar. An MG or a Lotus would be a better car better car by far. But if I hadn't bought that Morris, I might have married a different girl. And I wouldn't trade our 40 years for all the Jaguars in the world. No, I wouldn't trade our 40 years for all the Jaguars.